everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by today. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you never miss a new upload. Today I have just a PDF I wanted to share with you guys. I have had this PDF on my wish list on Etsy, and when I was looking for like some Christmas coloring pages that I wanted to color around this time of year, and I totally forgot that I had this one on my wish list, so I did just go ahead and purchase it. So this specific one, it's by Mariola Budek. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. I apologize if I'm not. This comes with 9 GNOME images, and they are all right here. These are the ones that it comes with. It comes with a dark grayscale version and a light grayscale version. Personally, I prefer the darker one, but you could use whichever one you prefer. I also was searching like a Christmas color palette. I found one, I actually posted it in like the community on YouTube, and I also posted it on my Instagram. But anyway, I saw it and I was inspired by it, and I wanted to color a page with it. So I will show you that color palette. It is a pastel color palette. I like pastel colors, and so this I thought would be a good color palette to use for Christmas. I have decided to color the first image in this book, which is this one. It's got a gnome with some ornaments, and I don't know if these balls that are like wrapped around him are ornaments or if they are Christmas lights. I am going to color them as if they are ornaments, and so I will show you here. So I decided to take colors out of my pastel set of the Oahu markers. So this is what I have right here. These are the colors that are like in the color palette, and these are just some added colors that I wanted to use, you know, like the more natural colors maybe for his nose. He doesn't have a face, so as most gnomes do not. So we will color this one. So yeah, like I said, I took these out of my pastel Ohuhu set. I can't remember how many exactly are in there. Not sure if it's 48 or 50. But yeah, they just come in this little black case right here. And these are all the colors along with these ones also. So yeah, we will just go ahead and get into coloring. I also may be using my Posca pen here. I have 2 of them. I have like a finer one and a broader tip one. I have quite a few different greens in here. I thought I would do the ornaments that are wrapped around him in the green. Then I thought about, even though he's a boy, because he has a beard, I thought about doing his hat and his boots and his mittens in like purples and pinks. We'll just do like a little color and chat. I've got my fancy little $1 clipboard here that I got at Walmart. This thing was like probably the best dollar I ever spent. I use this all the time. So yeah, we'll get started, and I'll kind of tell you about what's going on with me lately. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you don't get a view of the back of my head, and we'll get started, and I'll kind of just show you how I guess how I'm gonna do this picture. Like I said, I'm gonna start off with the greens. I'm gonna start with horizon green. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's the G340. So these are the brush tip. They have the brush tip and a fine end. So it is 9:15 in the morning. and I have gotten a lot done so far already today. Grocery shopping, I took my kids to school, and I got dinner in the crock pot. I use my crock pot a lot in the winter, especially. I just love being able to throw something in and not have to worry about it until later. But I'm feeling pretty productive already today. So yeah, I'm just leaving some in between because I want to use the rest of the greens that I have, like make them all different greens. So we got 3, and then I'll put this one here. So what has been new with me lately? Well, I got my my office all set up. So now instead of filming at the dining room table, I can film in here. I was going to film this video yesterday, but by the time I got around to it, it was already dark outside. And I like to use natural light sometimes for filming because I feel like it's the best like lighting you can get. And then today it's like gloomy. So I live in Wisconsin where it with like daylight savings time, it gets dark super duper early. Like yesterday it was dark at 4:30 in the afternoon. Made me feel like it was way later than it actually was. I don't like it. I don't like when it gets dark out super early. So, still working on my lighting situation for the office or the studio, whatever you want to call it, my room that I do all my things in and store all my stuff in. So that was the Horizon Green. I feel like these two are really similar, so I don't want to put them next to each other. So the next one I'm going to go in with is the G220, the lime green. I hope everyone is having a wonderful and safe holiday season. I have all my Christmas shopping done. I don't have the wrapping done yet because that I hate wrapping presents. Oh, I should have done this one. Oh well. Yeah, not a fan of wrapping, but whatever. In fact, we are going to see my husband's family on Sunday, so it's Tuesday. So we're going to go see them on Sunday, and I have all these presents that I'm supposed to wrap. My husband asked me what my schedule was for this week because I work like 3/12s every week, but the days that I work changes every week. So he asked me when I worked this week, and that was on Sunday, he asked. And I told him I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that I didn't really plan on doing much on Monday just because, we had a birthday party for my daughter on Saturday. She turned 16. He tried to say, well, I guess you're going to be a rapper tomorrow. And I said, oh no, I'm not wrapping all those presents. So I guess I will go in with, I'll do the green shadow next. We'll put this one right here. Those colors do look kind of similar, but oh well. It's all right. I thought about doing some shading on this page with like colored pencils, but with the grayscale, I don't know that you really need it. So we'll see how it looks when it's done, but I have a few more things on my Etsy wish list, PDF wise, because I've realized that I enjoy the PDF versions of coloring books more than I enjoy physical coloring books, just because like if you mess up a page, you can reprint it because you have all of all the images saved onto your computer, and B, it cuts down on like having to find a place to store coloring books. And so yeah, I prefer for PDF versions. Now I'm going to go in with the G120, which is yellowish green. This is kind of more of a neon than a pastel, but I'm hoping with the grayscale it'll kind of tone it down a little bit. I print my pages. I have two types of colored pencil paper, or not colored pencil paper, but printer paper that I use. This is I got it at Walmart, and it's just like a thick cardstock, but it's smooth. And I like using the markers on the smooth cardstock paper because then it doesn't like mess up your nibs. I had noticed with my other set of markers that my brush tips were getting kind of torn apart by like toothier papers. So I prefer to use the smooth cardstock for markers and for like my Prismacolors. And even my Black Widows, like my wax-based pencils, I feel like wax-based pencils perform better on a smoother paper than like a toothy paper. And everyone's different, so you may or may not agree with me, and that's fine. So I like the toothier papers for Polychromos and my Pablos. So, and then like the toothier paper that I use is a Nina cardstock. It's a 67-pound vellum Bristol, it's called. I can link it in the description below, and I'll also link these markers as well as a link to the Etsy shop that I got these pages from. And I'll see if I can link the smooth cardstock paper. Yeah, I used the yellowish green for that one, so I'm gonna use maybe the horizon green. So, oh yeah, anyway, I have lots of PDF versions of coloring books in my Etsy wish list that I hope to get in like January. I can share those when I purchase them. I also have all of I think, no, not all. I have most of Hannah Lynn's PDFs, and I just buy those from her site. I really, really, really like her the mini ones, like the pocket size books. So I have the PDF version of like the Enchanted Faces and Sweet and Simple, and yeah, those are the only two mini ones she has. She's coming out with a new book that's supposed to be out in December, well, sometime this month. And for his hat, I think I'm going to go with this pink here. With alcohol markers, I like to do the smaller areas first and then go to the bigger areas when I'm using a color, because sometimes they can get streaky if you don't work fast enough. I was thinking about doing a background on this one too, but I couldn't find a color in any of my backgrounds like supplies to use. So I have a 10-pack of Neocolors. I have some King Art brand artist media gel sticks or mixed media gel sticks. So I was thinking of maybe using those. And then I also have the Faber-Castell gelatos, which I've been really liking for backgrounds in Johanna Basford books. So I would be actually interested in getting more of those. They have like 5 or 6 different packs, I think. I just have the iridescent ones. But yeah, I couldn't find like a good color to use for a background for this picture, especially with it being like pastel tones. Kind of reminds, now that I have like some of the colors down, it kind of reminds me of like an Easter gnome, but oh well, he'll still be cute. I am like obsessed with gnomes. For a while, I was like buying every gnome that I saw. Now I'm not like that just because I have so much stuff already. But the first year that my husband and I decided to start buying Christmas decorations, I bought like 3 or 4 gnomes to decorate the house with for Christmas. We got our Christmas tree up a while ago, actually. I think we put it up right after Thanksgiving. I try not to put my Christmas tree up too early because my oldest daughter's birthday is December 1st, and I just don't want her to feel like her birthday is like, I don't know how to say it, but I just don't want her to feel like her like Christmas trumps her birthday, I guess. Typically try not to decorate for Christmas until after her birthday. But we had people over, so we did Thanksgiving. Not on Thanksgiving, but my aunt had us over on Thanksgiving Day, and so we did that. But my aunt makes like really good food, but it's also like not your traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Like she makes the turkey and she makes sides and she makes some stuffing and stuff, but like she doesn't make the classic green bean casserole or like sweet potatoes, like the stuff that I like to have for Thanksgiving. So even though her food is fantastic, I still crave like a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. So I usually do Thanksgiving for my husband's family. And then we invite like a couple of extra people. And then I make all the classic Thanksgiving dishes. So we did that. We had them over. We had all those people over the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it's been kind of busy around here. Plus, I've gone back to work full time. I was just working part time for a little while. It was like 6 months, I think I was working part time. So I did go back to full time work. So that has been an adjustment as well. I'm hoping to go back down to part time eventually, but I think with like Christmas and stuff, I think it's best that I'm working full time. So plus, like when I changed jobs because I applied for a new job and I got the job. So, like when they offered me the position, they said it was full time. So, but it's fine because I have like a 12-week orientation period, which I'm almost done with. So I think it's good for me to be full time during orientation. Like I said, maybe eventually I'll go back to part time. It'd be nice because then I'd only work 2 days a week. But then again, the department that I switched to is talking about doing like 8-hour shifts for the people that want them. And I was all over that when they started talking about it. I am not a fan of 12-hour shifts. I mean, like, yeah, I'd have to work an extra day of the week, but, with 8 hours. But I just, like, the last 2 hours of my shift, I'm always, like, just burnt out from the day. And then I'm like, I still have, 2, 3, 4 more hours to go. And I just don't feel like that's good for me. Plus, it'd be nice to be home with the kids, you know. So I'd be working 7 to 3. So, all right. So his boots are done. His hat is done. The little ornaments here are done. Wonder what color I should make his clothes. We'll do purple. I'm not sure which one I want to use. Maybe this one, pale lilac. I think for his pants, I'll just go in with the darker purple. The mauve? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do. No, we'll do blue for his pants. Oops, wrong end. I do that all the time. I think I forgot to mention which color I'm using. This is B030 Frost Blue. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to like filming and things like that. So So I guess I can ask, because we're close, if anyone has any New Year's resolutions, anything that they want to accomplish in the new year. I don't personally have anything. I'm not really like a New Year, new me person. All I say is like it's another year. So I'll do his other one. I like that purple a lot. It's very very pretty. This is probably one of the first times that I'm using this set of markers. I know I had shared them in my, like, when I did my video of sharing all my art supply, like colored pencil collection type thing. My intention was to hold on to them, you know, in case I ran out of one of these colors in my bigger set. But I wanted to stick along with the pastel theme, so I just chose my colors out of there. And I know, like, not everyone wants to purchase a 216 set of alcohol markers. I want to do his nose and his lips. So I think I'm going to go in with this deep cream here. And then I think the yellow that I have, I will use for this part of the lights, or the ornaments, lights, ornaments, whatever you want to call it. Geez, these markers are loud. They're not like as squeaky as the other ones, like the chisel tip ones. Those ones are super duper squeaky. I don't like using those on camera because they make a lot of noise. Just kind of feather this out a little bit for his lips because it kind of blends in with his beard. We'll do his beard. Start up here. Oh, I know what my New Year's resolution might be, but it's been something that I've been thinking about for a long time. So I have a horrible habit with like the Afterpay and the Klarna and um, Affirm. So I guess like I would like to, I guess, stop using those or only use them for big purchases, because like I give myself an allowance every time I get paid. So every 2 weeks, I give myself an allowance, and that allowance is for me to spend on whatever I choose to spend it on. And that was kind of like my thing when I went down to part time, was that I was gonna give myself an allowance, just so then that way, like, I still had some spending money for stuff like this. But I got like crazy out of control with the Afterpay and the Klarna and everything like that. So my goal was to kind of stop utilizing those things so much, because what would happen is, like, I'd be like, okay, when I get this, or when I get my allowance next, I'm going to make this purchase. And eventually, like, my whole entire allowance was being taken up by payments. So I'll still keep it in my allowance range, but just kind of like, if it's like $8 or $9 over my allowance or something small and manageable like that, I'm just going to purchase it outright instead of having those Afterpay and Klarna and everything. So I only owe like a little bit more on Affirm, and then I am all paid off. When I got my last allowance, I paid almost everything off, and then with this upcoming allowance that I'm going to use when I get paid, I will just pay all that stuff off. I mean, I might still use it, like I said, for like bigger purchases, but I also need to be mindful of the things that I purchase, like the things that I'm bringing into my house, because I just feel like the stuff I've acquired in this house, we've been in our house 10 years, and the stuff we've acquired is just like kind of insane. So it's time to just start focusing on things that I really want, which is kind of why I don't buy like budget pencil sets as much anymore, because I would rather buy like one good set. Like I have Caran d'Ache Luminance that I would like to purchase this year, and it's like I could purchase that instead of purchasing 5 budget sets. So just save up my money over time. I don't think budget sets are bad. If I couldn't get the like higher end brands, I would not have an issue using budget colored pencils, but it's just like if I'm going to spend my money, I'd rather spend it on higher end things. Also, as I'm getting older, I've learned like quality over quantity. I think I forgot to mention the color again. I'm doing his beard in CG020. I suppose I could have done like a brownish color, but I don't know. To me, I always picture gnomes with like white hair or like, you know, not brown or blonde, any type of natural hair color. All right, so the last thing I need to do is this little decoration right here. And I don't have any colors that I haven't used. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. This thistle. Because there's not a lot of purple on here, so the only thing I have that's purple is his top. So we'll go in with the purple, or it's like a dark pink almost. Colored outside of the lines a little bit, but I'm hoping that can be covered up. Oh yeah, with this color. Actually, it might be easier if I just do it this way. Instead of coloring each individual one. I like the PDF pages too, because it's like they're not bound to a book, so you can, I guess, more freely move the page around. I think he's really cute so far. Once I'm done with this part, I'll zoom you guys out so you can kind of see the what it looks like now, and then I'll just have to finish up the string that the ornaments are attached to, and like the hooks, I guess. Maybe I'll take a little break. Oh, I just realized I missed the thumb of his mitten. So let me do that real quick before I forget. I don't know if you guys can hear the siren or not, but my house is I mean, it's not super duper old, but let's see. Yeah, it is. It's like it's like 80 years old. I think so. The like insulation or whatever isn't the greatest. We are like in desperate need of new windows because these windows were original to the house. They're very drafty, and in the winter it gets like ridiculously cold in my house. So I think next year, like in spring, we will talk about getting new windows. The windows upstairs were put in, those were changed out in like 97, but I figure like if we're gonna replace the windows downstairs, we might as well just replace all the windows. So that is on like my to-do list for next year. Not that I have to do anything for it, just hire somebody and pay them money, but it's something I want to do for the house. We're probably gonna need like a new air conditioner at some point because the one we have is old. I don't know how long those things typically last, like the air conditioners, but we'll just do the bottom of his boots in this color too. The shoes pink. This this color palette I'm using is literally like perfect for Easter, I feel like. But that is the beauty of coloring, is you can do whatever you want to do with your page. Like the Johanna Basford books with all the leaves. I'm like, these leaves don't all have to be green. I'm tired of green. So okay, I'm gonna zoom you out so you can see how he looks. So there he is so far. I think he turned out pretty cute. Like I said, I might do the like this part of the ornaments, the string I still have to do, and like these little hooks. But I am gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just took a little break and now I am back to finish this image. So I did have a snack and I also changed my sweatshirt. I don't know if you would even notice, but I did because I got super duper cold. So like I don't know if you guys know this, but like when after you eat something, pretty much like your circulation goes towards your core to help digest that food. And sometimes that's why you get cold after you eat. So, fun fact of the day. So, I was freezing. I did turn like my heat up, and then I thought, like, maybe I shouldn't do that. So, I did in the basement. I found a space heater and I brought that into my little office just to keep warm while like I'm filming. I don't like to be cold. I hate being cold. Why I live in this state, I don't even know because I literally like I hate the cold. Anyway, so we will go ahead and just finish this one up. Not too much left to do here, just like the tops of the ornaments and the string. So I already picked out my colors. These two right here, I have lemon chiffon. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I have buttercup yellow. So this buttercup yellow is kind of like a golden color, as you can see here. And I thought I would do like the little hooks of the ornaments in that color. So, and then I also picked out something else. Where did it go? Brick beige, or like this part of the ornament. And that one is this color right here. So I will zoom you guys in again and we'll finish coloring this one. I do like the way that this is turning out so far. I was a little nervous with the Pastel color palette for Christmas, but listen, we're not going to know if we like something if we don't try. So, is that good enough? Should I zoom in just a little bit more? There we go. Yep, I like that. All right. Anyway, so With this one, I'm actually going to use the fine end, this end right here, because I feel like the brush end might be a little bit too big for this area. So I think what I'm actually going to do is start here at the bottom and start over here. This yellow is a little bit brighter than I prefer, but it's not the brightest yellow in this set, so that's fine. I wanted to try and stick with one set because I need to get in the habit of using the supplies that I never use. So I guess I'll just share with you guys kind of like what my plans are for the channel, moving forward. So I would like to, instead of, I know I've been doing like a lot of reviews lately, but I kind of want to do other things also. I've only done like 1 or 2 color in chat videos. So I'd like to start doing more of those just to utilize some of my supplies. I just recently had a comment on my one of my videos with someone requesting to do a page in Rooms of Wonder. So I will do that. I think for the rest of December, if I do anything, going to be Christmas related, because now I have all these gnome pictures. These Christmas gnome pictures that I would like to, I'd like to do like a series and do all of them, but we shall see. I always have these like ideas, for my channel, like just lack of time. I just feel like I don't have time to even film. I definitely don't have time to film a video every day. And some weeks are extremely busy where I just don't even get the chance to sit down and color. So it's a time issue that I don't post more. Although when I was working part-time, I didn't post more either. It's kind of like managing my priorities. Like, I enjoy doing YouTube video and I enjoy coloring, but it's like it's not like a priority because it's like I have other things that need to get done, or now both my kids are working. Sometimes I have to run around and take them places. Now for this this part of the ornament and this part, I'm gonna go in with brick beige. And yeah, both my kids are working now, so it's like I gotta take them to and from work, and uh yeah, it's just being an adult sucks. If I'm being honest, being an adult is like, especially being an adult with, you know, um, bigger responsibilities like children. So, but yeah, it's not a time management thing. I feel like I can manage my time. It's about just, prioritizing the things that need to get done, and I'm pretty much, you know, between like trying to clean and do laundry, grocery shop, all those things. And then sometimes it's like it's the end of the day and you don't even feel like doing anything anymore. Did I say I was going in? Okay, I'm going in with buttercup yellow. I get distracted so easily. Oh, but as I was saying, you do all these things throughout the day, and then by the time you like have a moment to yourself or to like focus on something, like your hobby, it's just like, holy crap, the day's done. I'm exhausted and I just want to chill. And that's when I usually watch coloring YouTube videos, all those good channels that we all like to watch. Then you go to bed and it's the next day and it's the same thing all over again. So this week hasn't been bad as far as like being busy. Yesterday, I got my nails done. I picked up stuff for dinner. I made dinner. Again, I just threw it in the crock pot. I made meatball sandwiches and I got like the bag of frozen meatballs and then like the marinara sauce and I just tossed it all in the slow cooker, let it cook for 4 hours, I think. I don't even think it would have needed 4 hours because the meatballs are fully cooked. They just need to be um, heated up basically. So I did all that and then, yeah, made the meatball sandwiches. My husband worked overtime yesterday, so he didn't get home until like 7:30. And then, yeah, so like this week hasn't been bad. All right, so I'm gonna zoom you guys back out because he is done as far as coloring goes. And then I'm thinking I'm just gonna add some detail with my Posca pens. But like I said, zoom you guys out. Okay, so there's my little gnome, all finished. The Ohuhu markers. Well, I like it, like how it turned out with the pastel colors. I feel like the ornaments really bring out, like these two ornaments right here, really brings out like the Christmas feel. Otherwise, I feel like he kind of would look like an Easter gnome. So I'm just going to go in the lighter areas, like on this ornament here, and, you know, all the ornaments. And then these right here have little light areas. Maybe add some white in the mittens there. So on the boots. All right, zoom you guys back in. So I figure I would just go like right here, add a little bit of highlight there at the top of the boot. Oh, I should have, you know what? I should have went from top to bottom because the Posca takes a few seconds to dry. So we'll go all the way. Well, I could just turn them upside down, but then my clip is in the way. Let's do it this way. All right, so we'll go at the top of his hat here. I don't know. I guess I've used the Posca, but not for this purpose, really. But do you see how much of a hot mess I am? I turned it upside down so that I could work this way, and then I wind up working from the top anyway. Oh, I think that looks really good. Okay, sorry. All right, now I'm going to turn it around and work from top to bottom. Top to bottom, Katie, top to bottom. Okay. I'm just going to, I think, fast forward through this part because you guys don't want to see me color all these little freaking dots in. All right, so I'll speed you guys up and see ya in a few, okay? So now he is all finished. So I just added some Posca like in the ornaments here and all these ornaments, and then like a little bit right here on the rope, some on his boots, just to add like a little bit of reflective element, I guess. If you're interested in purchasing this PDF, I will link it in the description below, as well as the markers. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I will see you in my next video.